How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Realit, and welcome back to a brand new video now, guys. Now, it's really late at night, but I really want to do a video on this because, I found this pretty interesting, right? So there's been this, little quote-unquote rumor, or rather leak, as they like to call it, that's been posted, and now I've got to just quickly do a shout out right here for Solo, also known as on Twitter as King Nito17. Make sure to check him out. This guy is the person who linked this to me. He's been really active with the whole Switch rumors and stuff, for the Pokemon game, and he linked me this. Now, I went to this post, and it's from this website called Uber Gizmo. Now, don't know about the website, never seen them before, but it was this thing right here, okay? And it says, Nintendo Switch Datamine reveals Pokemon remasters and Zelda games. Now, at the first moment when I saw this, I was like, okay, this is just nothing, right? This is just a big nothing. But then I read the actual post here, and then I read a few more articles, if you go on here as well, which is where they got their info from. If you go on to here as well, there's info, and specifically there's a few things right here that I want to talk about, specifically about the Nintendo Switch, but this is something that I actually noticed the other day, but that's once we get to that point. So first things first, right? Nintendo Switch Datamine reveals Pokemon remasters and Zelda games. So let's read through this article and see what's going on here. So shout out to Uber Gizmo and also to Nito for that. So either way, here we go. So with the Nintendo Direct and Indies showcase out of the way, it seems that we already know what games for this Nintendo Switch have been confirmed. But what about those that are still in the works? Obviously, those haven't been announced, but a recent data mine might have revealed some potential new titles. This data mine was shared with folks at let's play videogames.com, which is the website right here, which we'll go through as well in a second, guys, but let's look at this first. Although they note that the data was actually posted on Reddit about a month ago, but there wasn't a response much about it. According to LPVG, what makes the data mine seem somewhat credible is the fact that games such as Mario Tennis, Aces, and Mark of the Ninja Remastered were part of it, both of which have been officially confirmed by Nintendo themselves. So, here's what's interesting about this, right? This is the data mine. Now, this data mine contains two very important things for myself, and that is two Pokemon games for the next 2 years, right? So I think they include this year and the next year, and that's how kind of they're thinking about it, but essentially includes Pokemon stuff. So either way, let's look through what it actually has to say, and then we'll look at this image right over here we go. Sorry, there's so many links right now, but we'll look at this image right here because this actually contains every single game that they mentioned, so we'll go through that in a moment, but let's read this first. So, also based on the data mine, it appears that there could be several Pokemon remasters headed onto the Switch, such as Pokemon Chemical and Nuclear. Given that the Switch is expected to get its own Pokemon RPG in the near future, we wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo were to bring all the Pokemon games onto the Switch as well. Now, this is where the other article goes more in depth on it, and what these other remasters are. We'll talk about that. Again, this is all rumors, by the way. Keep in mind, this is all rumors. It's a supposed leak, right? Keep that in mind. Quotation marks, supposed. It does not mean that it's guaranteed or that it's real. It's all supposed. It's a rumor. Keep that in mind, guys. It's a rumor. So before you continue this, keep that in mind. I have so many people who always go like, oh, this is bullshit, man, or whatever. Keep in mind, guys, this is all just a rumor. I want to make sure to point that out so that people don't get pissed off when it turns out this is real, unreal, or not real, or whatever. Or maybe, who knows, maybe it's real, maybe it isn't real. I don't know. Either way, let's get into it. So, the datamine also hints at Zelda remasters, like Spirit Tracks HD, as well as a new title called A Link Across Islands, which seems to be in a similar vein to other titles such as A Link to the Past, A Link Between Worlds. There also seems to be mention of Overwatch and Fortnite Battle Royale, but since all this isn't official information, it should be taken with a grain of salt for now. Exactly. They also say it, guys. It's all considered rumors. See, gaming and then rumors. They're, two sections right there, filled into those specific sections. So keep that in mind. As you're reading this and you're listening to me, this is all rumors. Then we have this post, and this is where they got their information from, right? Now, Joe Parlock posted this, and here's what he says. Have the next 2 years of the Switch games been data mined? Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes, new Zeldas, Fortnite, and more. Now, people have been talking about Fortnite for a long time, that it's going to be coming to the Switch, which honestly makes sense, right? Now, I've got to explain why. Fortnite's been going like crazy recently, and I know maybe you guys don't want to listen about this because, it's not that important, but it is important to kind of the talk context of this. Fortnite's beginning so big, and they put their games on every single current-gen device, like mobile, Xbox, or Xbox One, PS4, PC. Only thing remaining now in the current gen is the Switch, and then they've literally done every single current gen console, which in my opinion would make sense if they went there. But either way, so let's read what they have to say here. I read through this whole post, and it makes a lot of sense, right? It makes a lot of sense, and this image will make more sense in a moment, but we'll get there. Either way, If a recent data mine of the Switch is to be believed, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes, Fortnite, Overwatch, and hundreds of other games are on their way to the Switch over the next 2 years. So it isn't, this year, it's over the next 2 years. The data mine, which was sent to LPVG by the anonymous miner, but also shared on Reddit, was originally posted a month ago without much response. However, it includes titles such as Mark of the Ninja, Remastered, Mario Tennis Aces, Sonic Mania Plus, The Division 2, and Undertale, which have all been announced since then, giving credency to the list, right? So, the thing is, Mark of the Ninja Remastered, confirmed. Mario Tennis Aces, confirmed. Sonic Mania Plus, not really sure about that one. The Division 2, confirmed. Undertale for Switch, confirmed. We got it in the Nintendo Direct. So this was actually posted a month ago, right? So that would put it somewhere in, I guess, somewhere in the middle of February, right? Like somewhere in the middle of the end, like towards the end of February, which is before the Direct happened. And I think we got our information about Mario Aces slightly after that, that around like at the end of February, something like that is when we got the info on that. But either way, besides the point. Now, there are far too many games on the list for list all of them here. So the miner produced a handy list on Imgur. There are a few notable entries worth mentioning though. There are 4 Pokemon titles, which include Pokémon Chemical and Nuclear versions, and Radiant Pearl and Illusion Diamond, the latter 2 of which are more than likely the remakes of the 4th generation of games, following on from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which makes sense, right? Now, I'm really interested about these names. I want to do another video talking about specifically these names, right? Radiant Pearl and Illusion Diamond. I want to kind of look into that, because I want to look into what is the kind of, I guess, the vice versa thing between Radiant and Illusion. If you guys can come up with that, if you have an answer for that, please let me know. Either way. So, there are also 2 Zelda games on the list. Spirit Tracks HD, presumably a Wind Waker HD style remake of the original DS Spirit Tracks, and something called A Link Across Islands. That one could be the next 2D Zelda game in the same style as my personal favorite entries in the series, A Link Between Worlds. The title does seem to not quite match the magnitude of A Link to the Past and A Link Between Worlds, though, and it has about as much presence as The Legend of Zelda Link and the Severn Bridge tool booth. I don't know what to try and say here. But either way, plenty of third-party fan-favorite app appears on it too, such as Overwatch and Fortnite. I'm dubious about Overwatch, but Epic getting Fortnite on the Switch would be a great showcasing for its Unreal Engine tech. So it is plausible. Okay. Well, there is a reason to believe at least some of the data mine is true. It's best to take this with a grain of salt. With more salt than the Dead Sea, fair enough. Much like Steam database leaks, of which there have been many, inclusion in a system database doesn't mean a game is actually ever going to see the light of the day. It could simply be a placeholder of a game that is in early development or pre-production, or guesses on Nintendo's part about what's coming. On the other hand, there are a lot of titles on that list that feel more like fan requests than anything credible. It doesn't help that the miner hasn't included their method or any image of the data beyond a few unhelpful numerical codes. Earthbound Collection, Diablo 3. Now, this is a really important one. Diablo 3 right there, okay? Diablo 3 is actually now available to be pre-purchased, and actually it is on Nintendo's website. So it's making me think this could be real, right? It's making me think this could be real, because Diablo 3 has actually been put on the freaking website for, on Nintendo's, pre-purchase website, I think. As far as I remember, I saw this the other day, and this is making me think this could be legit. So, I don't know, man. Also, we have Mario and Luigi Collections, Luigi's Mansion 3, Spyro Treasure Trilogy, which has been rumored but not confirmed. At the times, the list does not read off like a Nintendo's fans... reads off like a Nintendo fans once more than what's really coming. Either way, there are a lot of exciting titles here. Any of the list jump out as to being must-buys? Well, of course, Pokemon for myself. Now, the list here it is, right? So we have Fire Emblem Mutiny, Pokemon Chemical, Pokemon Nuclear, right? And then you have, I'm not sure where they have their other Pokemon games, but if we just do a little bit of a search, like here, there you go, Pokemon, and we'll be able to find all Pokemon. So we have Pokemon Bank for the Nintendo Switch, which you guys can't see because of my cam, which I'll try to move real quick, so you guys can see it down here. So you got Pokemon Bank for Nintendo Switch, which would make sense, because, I don't know. And then Illusion Diamond and Radiant Pearl. And then Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards HD. Seems like a bit of an odd one. And then, of course, these ones. So, again, this could be nothing. This could be just nothing. But I'm just kind of starting to believe maybe these guys are legit, at least the website that I originally got my info from, because they also linked back to where they got some of the other information from, and it was for this one. Switch data miners reveal possible information about upcoming hardware update, which is this thing here as well that they've been talking about. Basically, that the new version of the Switch, the 5.0 firmware, is actually going to essentially update their Tegra chips, as far as I know, or the thing is that the things that they essentially have in the consoles are going to be updated from I think Tegra 210 to Tegra 214, which is essentially going to make it close to impossible for them to hack the system through specifically the Tegra chip, I guess, and that's as far as I've understood it, so to say, which is something that has come out as well as a way of data mining. So I'm starting to wonder if maybe this data mine could be legit right here. I'm starting to wonder, but then again, we don't know any, we don't have any concrete information for this. Again, this is all a rumor. Keep that in mind. This could all be nothing. But there are games here which I feel like it's just, I don't know. Again, you could say, oh, it's just, it's just one of those things. But you see, here's Grip, right? Grip is right there. Grip has been confirmed. You have Diablo 3, which we've seen pictures of and stuff, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's supposed to say Secret of Mana here on a sun. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But again, I don't know. Neko Para as well? That's just weird. Again, I don't know. I could be very wrong here. Bomb Chicken was also actually confirmed in the Nindy Direct. That was actually confirmed for real. So Banner Saga, actually all three. The Banner Saga 3 was confirmed, and these two were also confirmed. But then again, Bad North as well, The Messenger as well was also confirmed. But then again, this could all just be him adding them afterwards. SteamWorld Dig, I think that was already confirmed from before. A lot of games here. A lot of games that actually we already know about. Attack on Titan 2, I think, was also confirmed. Though I'm a bit unsure. My point is, a lot of things here have proven to be real, but are we 100% certain of this, right? Because the thing is, Pokemon Nuclear and Chemical, okay, they match. I'll give you that. They match. And also, I'm starting to wonder about is, was that the reason they took away Pokemon Uranium originally? Because the thing is, yes, Uranium got big and all, right? But the thing is, there are other Pokemon games that have gotten, really big and had major trailers and stuff like that, and the games have gotten gigantic, but Nintendo hasn't taken as much, action, so to say. But they did take action with Uranium, so I'm starting to wonder, maybe does that have a correlation here? Most likely not, but I don't know. I really want to know your opinions, guys, though. So let me know what you all think about this. Do you think this is all just BS, or do you think this may hold value? Again, is this all just rumors? I want to know your opinions mainly, so let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ruffled Rowlet. Have a good one, and peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.